Oh yeah, this is our last video for tonight. Oh, you singing? You doing your solo debut?
No.
Tell me something good.
What's good?
God, health,
family,
money,
love,
peace.
That's a good one.
Somebody needs some peace.
They do.
And I ain't talking about a piece of steel.
Somebody
needs some peace.
Some clarity.
We put our tree up, and I clearly, y'all, man, we went to Target, and it feel kind of weird because 18 years ago, I used to work the Target in the back room and just walk
stocking
around
everything
there.
up and everything.
Oh my gosh, the end caps used to call me in the rain.
Frankly, we need you at the front.
And I'm like, God, again, they calling me again. But you know what it is? Much is given, much required.
Right.
I used to go to work every single day dressed up, and it's like, man, are you the manager or whatever? I was like, well, no, it's like, you don't need to be working here. This is what the management told me. Keep in mind, I had to wait till the non-residence license came through when we first moved there to Connecticut from South Carolina.
Which means you didn't sit around and wait.
Yeah, I ain't sit around and wait. I kept working. I always kept a job.
That's it.
You know, even if I walked away from it, I kept a job because I realized my family was the most important thing.
I mean, that's the most important thing, but you can't be a leader of having your own if you never follow somebody. So you got to stay at one particular spot until you are able to elevate to something else.
And that's extremely important. Y'all got to work together and at the same time. I mean, if you got to work the McDonald's, work the McDonald's. Got to work the Wendy's, work the Wendy's, Burger King, Staples, Target, Kohl's, Home Depot.
Why do you
Lowe's.
care what somebody else think you work at? It's not about them. It's about you.
Even if it's Dunkin' Donuts, Bob's. You can work to, I don't know, Family Dollars, Dollar General. I'm just putting some stuff out there, Dollar Tree. It's a lot of stuff out there, and I feel like if you guys not make an excuse and just do.
That's it.
So yeah, the advice for good employment, long term.
It's just do. That's the good advice. Is just do. You do what you have to do, whatever is necessary, and then when you get to a different level where you can build a career and not a job, then you do that.
I feel that's extremely important. Y'all got to understand, man. I mean, me and Trina was doing what we doing a long time because when we first got together. Again, Trina was 16 years old, and we couldn't even get married because I realized she was the one for me, whatever, and she went to Maryland. Y'all know the story, blah, blah, blah. If y'all love us, y'all follow us, look at the videos. And we kind of explain to y'all, especially on the live, how we met and how
we explained how we met. Yeah. We didn't explain the Maryland thing.
Oh, we're going to tell you about that.
We'll tell you.
Actually, I I'm feeling kind of pretty good now by faith, and I still feel a little pain, a little tension, and I'm going to tell y'all what the problem is that teeth. The one I told you about, the deep tissue cleaning, like the bottom part of it is actually coming out the gum part, and I can feel the bottom part up there. So when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday, I ate them nachos, I heard something crunch. I don't know if it shifted out of place.
You heard it crunch?
Yeah, I heard like a crunch.
Oh no.
And it kind of shifted.
It wasn't a chip.
It wasn't a chip. It wasn't a chip. It wasn't a chip.
You heard a crunch.
Yeah, and so that being said, I did like this. I started rubbing my gum and my jaw. I said, Trina, something feel bad. I know I got a very high pain tolerance, probably more than 90% of the men on the face of this earth. I promise you, I can deal with pain. But yesterday, when we was in Buffalo Wild Wings,
and this morning,
but when I had drink that Pepsi, that I had that cold ice, when I drink it, you know how the ice part, like OMG. That, and then along with the fact that I can actually feel some of the fragments of that nacho chip that was actually in there. So that's probably a consideration. It's either spend $1,200, which insurance doesn't cover,
the deep tissue,
the deep tissue cleaning. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Or just get it removed and be done with it.
But if we do get it removed, understand it would be more reasonable, yes. And I'm not gonna say cheaper because I'm teaching y'all not to say cheaper.
Right.
Say more affordable.
It'll be
more reasonable.
It'll be more reasonable.
Yeah.
However, it'll solve your issue.
I'm sure it would solve the problem, but at the same time, you know, I ain't scared. You know, I can deal with it. It's just I don't want nobody cutting in to remove the whole teeth if it don't need to be removed, because it's not shackly like we call it shaky.
Yeah, it's strong.
It's strong, but it's just if I stick my finger in there, I can feel the bone part of the top part that's already broke through the gum. And that came from years of chewing on stuff, and at the same time, them lollipops I like, the hard old ones. What call the Charmers?
The Charms. They call them Charms. You know the kind where you chew it You lick it and you chew it so much till it's gum inside.
Yeah.
Blow pops.
Yes, sir.
Charms, blow pops.
Man,
That's what I'm thinking.
y'all don't know. That's one of my favorites.
That's some old
and
old
still to this
school
day,
lollipop.
probably once a month.
If I go in any store that has them, I pick one up.
And the thing about it, though, I mean, yeah, every time you go in the store, hair store, or some type of beauty supply store, that's kind of where you can find them.
That's where you can find
See,
them.
I know that's where you can find them. See, I figured that part out. And,
Nowhere else.
Yeah, and so some of them things you got to keep chewing over and over and over
Because
they let them sit in there for. God, thing almost like to break my teeth out, the top and the bottom. I say, Lord, what the world going on here now?
They old school and they've been sitting there for a long time.
Man, that thing was chewing like a gummy treat. One of them, I said, "What the thing you pull me that off? I can bite it and start chewing." I said, "You know something wrong if you can chew with the front part of your teeth. You ain't got to put it on the side.
Yeah, you
that means the molars they call it.
I can't.
Sure, man, I hear that thing. I bite that thing so hard. I'm telling you." To Buffalo Wild Wings, when I eat that nacho, that thing crunch. I heard it crunch. I told Trina immediately, I said, Lord have mercy. I said, this thing hurt more than a 10. It's like a straight 13, 14. I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you said the same thing this morning.
And then I got a taste of like blood. But I did my finger test, put my finger in, and I looked, no blood was on my finger. But you know how you can kind of taste that feeling, everybody, especially like if you brush your teeth or what have you. But I'm doing better now, but this morning was horrible.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it was not.
It was horrible.
It
so,
was not good. You was along with your teeth, and then you said you felt.
I felt dizzy when I stand up,
and it was just all kinds of stuff.
Part of the reason, because like I said, I like to sleep, and I notice I can sleep better when it's a lot cooler. But when I'm not like cool at all, my body is hot. I sweat a whole lot more.
I be freezing.
You be cold.
I be freezing. It's cold already. And then this joker got the fan and everything on. And I'm over there wrapped up in the blankets trying to get warm.
That's because it helped me breathe. I can breathe better like that. I can breathe.
That's all right. Because you keep making me cold. I'm going to take my cold feet right on you.
That's exactly what you tried last night. And so you know, y'all, maybe too much information. But I don't like to sleep with no clothes on me. Nigga, I came into the world and I goes to sleep naked. So yeah, how many other naked sleepers we got here? You? That thing feel good. That Jones feel good. Y'all don't know. That's the word for the night. Try to go to sleep naked and see how to make you feel after you take a warm shower.
And go ahead and dry off. Covers?
Get under them covers. Ooh, girl,
you got
guy,
some
let me
fresh
tell you.
Sheets on?
Fresh sheets, you feel good. And you know, I always keep a little snack side the bed. A little snack. One time I had a what do you call the thing that not a hoagie. What do you call them? The little thing. The little yellow thing with the white cream in the middle.
Twinkie?
I had a Twinkie one time. Boy, I wake up one morning, my blood pressure must be so high. I had to stagger as if I was drinking, but I don't drink like that. I said, something wrong. I look at you and I said, I feel dizzy. Oh my God, then the nausea came. No, I found out ginger ale is a lifesaver. That
for you. I don't like ginger ale.
Lucy, ginger ale, if you got an upset stomach, what's good for that?
Ginger ale, Sprite.
Tea?
Hot tea?
Hot tea, yeah.
Yeah. But not a lot of sugar.
You can't go wrong with what you don't like, the chicken noodle soup.
I can't stand
that chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
That thing is nasty.
Let me tell you something. It works though. That and saltine crackers. You already said
saltine crackers. Oh no, I didn't. Saltine crackers, yes, but chicken noodle soup is disgusting.
I like chicken noodle soup for a couple reasons.
That thing got so much sodium in it. That'll raise your blood pressure by itself.
I like chicken noodle soup for a couple reasons. The first reason being is just I used to eat it ever since I was younger.
Right.
And anytime somebody got a cold or anything upset stomach, first thing they do, chicken noodle soup,
and ginger ale.
Some chicken noodles and some saltine crackers. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, I know this is to be true.
That's the go-to.
So yeah,
chicken noodle soup, saltine crackers.
But y'all, we just chilling a little bit, talking a little bit, and I see a lot of people in our neighborhood now putting their stuff up. We already started the trend, so we're trying to follow.
Yeah, we put our stuff up, and all of a sudden we see.
All of a sudden, we was the first one with our tree and stuff up.
We see a selective other people now putting their Christmas.
They don't talk to us anyway.
Nope.
Like, so what? What's the point? That's the thing, y'all. You don't need nobody else's approval. We already winning.
Yeah.
Like I said, we gonna win even more. But at the same time, we are humble, but we're not fools.
No.
You can't give everybody everything you got, because you can't. You got to look out for your children, your grandchildren, and at the end of the day, what are you doing for? Because at some point, due to health conditions, God forbid, or work, or let's say good circumstance, retirement, or you just get tired of it.
Yeah.
God say, okay, your time is up.
Right.
With work. I'm not talking about going to the upper room. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're talking about living long,
we ain't talking about
prosperous
living life. We ain't talking about going nowhere.
You're going to say, you know what, man, I like this place, but I really want to be somewhere else right now. Everybody get that feeling.
Everybody get that feeling, even if you're in a
Is it really worth it? That's the question, I guess.
Everybody get that feeling.
I got to put that piece up because I try to put that glue up there. So I probably do better to either cut it out or go to the console place and just thing it.
Just fix it.
Well, we'll figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying.
I was saying everybody gets to that point. It doesn't matter if you was raised in a certain environment or you born somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're kind of tipping me up here.
Oh, sorry.
Or born somewhere else. At some point, you're going to want to do something different.
You got to.
You're going to want to dip and go somewhere else. Even if it's nothing but vacations or whatever the case may be. You just need a break away from your norm.
Yeah, you got to.
You have to do something different because if you're doing the same thing all the time, it's repetitive. So then when a person gets to the point that they retire, what they gonna accomplish?
Ain't nothing else to work for. If you figure a person been working their whole life, most people, this is a fact truth. And surveys and analysts know this or whatever. In the insurance business, they got people called actuaries. Actuaries mean they can kind of predetermine how long a person's lifespan is going to be. Based on family history and their health and their habits and stuff like that.
What they do.
Most people don't know that, but I know that because, again, being in
insurance.
I'm saying to you guys, most people lifespan 65, maybe 70 years. If you do everything right, meaning, you take care of yourself, you take out your checkups, you get your physicals, this, that, and whatever, you will live a long time. And you can outlive previous family members too so you can defy the odds, but
it's all up to you to defy
it's all up to you to change, rewrite history.
Change the outcome. Just because it's what it was don't mean that's what it is. So you can change it for whatever it was set originally. I know I'm defying the odds
so far, and that's the way it's going to be because I don't know, what do I want? What do you give a person who kind of have anything that they desire other than love and support and respect? I can use a Rolex. So either I can buy it myself or you can get it.
He's been talking about his Rolex.
To drop 10, 15, 20K on a watch right now,
at the moment,
does that make sense? To me, yeah, because the value go up. I got some colleagues that sell watches, and you see like one on the YouTube show or whatever. The gentleman, he's on Facebook too, but man, they be buying watches and they resell them almost for as much as we make on some of the car profits.
That's right.
So it's a great possibility.
It's a possibility.
Find your hustle, find your niche, but look to grow and expand too now.
Of course, it's a good possibility, but do you really want one right now?
I don't have to get one right now, so I can kind of wait because that's money can be spent other places other than spending money on that. We can actually go take your trip or our trip like we want and bounce from one place to the other. Like we can fly, like you say, to Paris, go from Paris. We can go from Paris to Vegas, from Vegas to Miami, and just let it keep circulating because at the same time, we young and we are vibrant. We are blessed, of course. That's not a mystery. But we also work together too. And there's been time in our life where I feel like, we didn't know what we wanted to do. We didn't know where we wanted to actually lay our head in terms of a long-term situation. But if you work together and ask your husband, your wife, or your partner or whoever, what is it exactly do you like in life and what do you expect of me? That's a great question to ask a person.
Exactly. What do you expect of me? Where do you see this going? Where do you want us to be at in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you see wherever state you in, y'all final destination, like the place y'all want to be for the rest of your remainder of your lives? Like traveling stuff. Like what is it that you expect? What do you expect out of this? Where are we going? Where we at is not where we going, but what's your vision for that? And then make sure you have somebody beside you who's going to actually push and support you and go with you. Yeah.
And even God says, without a vision, the people will perish.
That's it.
You got to have a vision, write it down, and make it plain. And like I say, don't take no for an answer. It don't matter how many people say no. All it takes is one person say yes.
That's it.
And if God has a person predestined for your life, they can change every single thing in your life. Because I know for me, I was already winning. But when I met Trina, it took me to a whole different level because I began to look at life totally different from what I was used to, which was for the norm. Because I was used to, you know, coming to a popular family where we play music, go to different concerts and what we call programs and get together. You know what? I had a couple fans and what they call a couple little groupies here and there. But at the same time, I was still grounded because my daddy always taught me and my parents, you know what, always be the same person.
Don't change.
And never change.
Right.
It does not matter. You got to be 100% focused now. Right. But I'm saying, like, for Trina, being that we got together when she was 16 years old, she moved to Maryland or whatever. I thought that was the last time I would see her.
Yeah.
But I learned something very important. Certain things is worth waiting for. Like I say, certain people is worth waiting for. Some people you got to say, you know what, it ain't working.
Right.
It's not going to work. There's nothing you can do to fix it, and wipe your hands and
keep
by all means keep it pushing. So I don't know what you got to say about that.
I definitely got to say, but you would know that because if you're in a situation where something's good happening or positive, I'm not trying to say negative, but something's good happening, and you always, the first person you think about is your significant other, the person that you want to be there to enjoy it with you, then that's your person.
Right.
If you don't feel like, if something happens and you don't feel like that's somebody you can just go to automatically, then you ain't with the right one. Right. That's how I personally feel.
I think support is everything, and I also believe in a marriage and a relationship that you got to have some compromising, but you got to figure out exactly what gets the person going.
Right.
You know,
you gotta figure out what gets the person going.
Get the juices flowing. Good or bad.
You gotta have
what makes them upset, what they like to eat, what favorite color, what they allergic to, what makes them feel bad. Why they feel bad?
You should
why they need some time to themselves? Why they getting a snappy attitude? Like
exactly. And a matter of fact, you should be so good at it that if you see them come home or you see them walk through the door, just their aura, how they see you, should know something ain't right. You need to figure out what's going on. Right. You can't just let them sit there and just let it hold it in, and then when they do, they explode. Right. As regard to your partner, your husband or wife, your partner, you need to be their outlet. So no matter what else is going around, they need to be able to come to you to get whatever out they need to get out so they can keep functioning and keep going from day to day.
Right. That's a fact. But y'all, we're going to wrap this up in a little bit. We go inside, cut our tree on, put our new ornaments and decorations. Man, that stuff's starting to become very expensive. But yo, I'm gonna let y'all see what we got so far, whatever. Okay, that looks good with our new sectional and stuff too. Man, God is great. Yeah. He is good. I'm gonna give y'all we can take some pictures and we can take a couple selfies, we can post it. But yeah, we some good looking people, see? You know, God made us and God made you guys. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I gotta give you a quick diamond, okay? This was I thought about. I told Trina, I was like, you know what? It's easy for a person to save more money. It's easier for a person to say they're gonna save more money. Let me rephrase that because I said that too fast. Right. You know what? Since I make whatever, I'm only gonna save $50, $100. I ain't worth saving. That's not true. Because guess what? If you can save money, period. That's the goal.
That's it.
Is going to grow. That's what I'm saying.
It's going to add up, but you have to start at whatever level you're on. So if it's $25, $50, $100, whatever the case may be, save it. Put it away and don't think about it.
Now think about 10 years ago or whatever. All of us was a certain age then. 10 years now. What if you saved, let's just say $400 a month. $400 a month. That's $4,800 a year. And save only $100 or $1,200 of your tax return. Am my math right? What's that? $6,000? Yeah. $6,000 even at 2% interest for 10 years, you gonna have dang near 80 grand. Yeah. It's just that simple. And it's tax-free money. But we ain't gonna give y'all no financial lesson. We're just telling y'all how it's possible. Now, if you add another 10, 15 years, compounding interest and other investments that you can actually make, it's going to grow even more. But we're not going to sit here and bore you guys, which I know we're not.
So what's the diamond you want to tell them for
the diamond I'm going to tell them is, you know what, if you love somebody, you got to do whatever you can to make them feel special every single day, because tomorrow's not promised to nobody. And one thing a person don't want to do is regret and figure they had more time with somebody and but they shoulda, coulda, woulda. But that's not the problem. The problem is now everybody don't want to forgive people. And even if a person did something wrong, if you really love them, you should forgive them. Now, if they continue to do the same thing, that's your choice.
That's your choice to stick around and stay with it, because then that's you wanting to be in that toxic situation.
Yeah, but I believe a person, a soulmate or whatever the case is, certain things, it don't even matter what that person do. if you understand who they are, chances is y'all should be 100% dedicated together and do what y'all gonna do.
True.
Because if you don't, it can't be, infidelity if a person already aware of certain things.
Right. True.
Which is why y'all need to read the book. We've already, began the process. I talked to a lot of different editors and people. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And I know right now, 10 people already hitting me up and say, guess what? As soon as you release it, we want to buy the pre-release version before it even hit the market.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do price range. They say so much was a good price.
Right.
$50 to $60 they willing to pay. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
So that's good change, but we ain't doing it for the money. We doing it, we want to express ourselves.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's gonna be different characters now.
Right.
I told you. Characters. I still can't see
Caricatures.
that right. Characters. So yeah.
You have to figure out who is who. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, what can I say? I don't even look at life the way people used to no more, because I look at it as being blessed and important. I'm talking to y'all because I feel better, and
That's
I'm
good.
glad. Thank God, and thank God Trina bought me this. This is definitely a miracle worker. If y'all don't know what this is extreme severe antiseptic. Yeah, antiseptic pain reliever. Astringent, they say. So this thing got some kind of power in it. But this is the strongest one you can get. I take a little bit and rub that jiggle to the top of that teeth where the bottom part coming out. And the gums, man, girl, guys, let me tell you, I feel better. And I can't take pain pill because I don't want to trigger nothing.
No.
And I ain't gonna make excuses. Like
They
I
had
said,
me buy the pain
we
pills.
blessed.
Come on, he can't take it.
We blessed, we highly favored. Yeah, you bought it, but I would consider taking it if it got that bad. But like right now, like I said, I feel good. We could go in there, we could chill, and of course we could relax. I'll probably do little grits or something later, and then
we're gonna do breakfast.
We're gonna be up for about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then the goal is to get to church on time. Lately, to be honest with you, how that leg and that lower back was feeling, Sunday is the best sleep in the world.
What?
But those of you who watch this, try y'all best to actually get to church on time. If you can't get to church on time, you can't blame nobody. But
church.
you're not gonna go to hell if you late. Better late than never. So yeah.
The best thing to do is if you can't get there on time, at least you get there.
That's a fact.
What?
So yeah, that being said, yo, we love y'all. We gonna talk to y'all tomorrow.
See you later.
Yeah.